tortoise, not a hare.
Hear, hear. Well, let's get to our very favorite part of the show. Start with Disgrace of the Week. As always, Ms. Calhoun, please start us off.
It's just too easy, but I have to. Homeland Security, probably not smart to start a disinformation board, but Lauren Boebert jumping on it. If there's anyone who knows disinformation, it's that Colorado Congresswoman.
David.
Another disinformation expert, President Obama, is leading this push for government control of speech and disinformation. Let's remember that he won an award from PolitiFact, the left-leaning fact-check organization. They gave him the Lie of the Year award for what he knew at the time was false when he was saying that with Obamacare, if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor.
We're getting some greatest hits into this one. I like this. Joey.
Congressman Madison Cawthorn. Just Google it, folks. But I'm going to take the glass half full position here that Madison Cawthorn and Marjorie Taylor Greene make Lauren Boebert look like the adult in the room, and that ain't easy.
Indeed. Peter.
I was going to go with the Colorado State Republican Party till Ms. Calhoun talked me into doing John Eastman. And I believe now John Eastman was a real fun guest on the radio show, and Professor Eastman. And I believe that the professor has now taken the Fifth Amendment more times than Frank Costello. And so what a guy, John Eastman, and over to you.
It is now time to say something nice about somebody. Patty?
The Colorado Chicano Mural Project was just named by the National Historic Trust as one of the endangered places, which is good. It's recognition of these incredible artists and the long legacy they left in Colorado.
David.
So I won't be here next week because of another commitment, so this is my last show with Dominic. And for over a quarter century, he has given this show and this station his all. Colorado public television viewers have long been accustomed to public television being better because he's part of it, and he will be missed.
Thank you very much, David. It's very kind. Joey.
Hear, hear to Dave. And all I can say is that if the Denver Press Club isn't clearing a space on the Hall of Fame, they ought to burn down the building and walk away in a fireball of shame.
Very kind. Thank you, Joey. Thank you. Peter.
Speaking of that, finally, the Colorado Press Club is going to bring in Alan Berg. And about time. And the Radio Hall of Fame, the Radio Television Hall of Fame, I've talked to them, and they've decided after all these years that they'll bring in Alan, I think, as well. I'll just second and third with, we talked a little bit before the show started. Mm-hmm. Dominic walked in here as an intern. And as me and Ms. Calhoun, I think, were the only original, you know, and you think of that legacy of Sue, Pierre, Al Knight. I mean, what a table it was. And you came in as, how old were you?
23.
And you've exceeded. So for you, Dominic.
Oh, thank you. That is very kind. And I get to say a few things nice about some folks here. I've carved out some time here. I'm going to start with right around the table. I have had the great honor to, again, walk in as an intern, and Peter was one of the folks that kind of raised me as a pup. That actually have any TV experience comes because I was able to watch a master at work with Peter, both the tape show and the live show. And when they finally establish a Mount Rushmore of Colorado media, there's a big smiling face of Peter Boyles waiting for it. And it means the world to me for you to be here for this show, Peter. Thank you. I also want to say something nice about our friend Joey Bunch. Like I told you before, there's a very good reason why we call him Ratings Gold around here. Everybody loves Joey. That's not hyperbole. It's not the name of a great TV show, although it would be a good TV show. People on the left, on the right, in the middle, there's always something good that they want from Joey. And simply very much, Joey, the world is a better place with you in it. You have faced more than your fair share of challenges, but you come out as the lovely bon vivant that we all love, so that just know that I've talked to everyone here just wants more time with Joey Bunch in this world, and we're grateful that you're here. And as David so eloquently put, it is his last show with me. He's not here next week. David is very simply one of the smartest people I've ever known. I like to tell people that the three most well-read people that I know in the entire world, two of them are sitting here. It's Peter Boyles, it's David Coppola, and my father. If I read a tenth of the books they've read, I'll have to read between now and my ending days. But what you also need to know as an audience is the work David does behind the scenes to make sure we deliver the very best program to you. Are we covering the right topics? And Patty and I like to tease him that he actually is one of the few people that do homework on the show. If we're going to cover a lawsuit, an amendment, a bill, David reads it. He doesn't skim it. He doesn't look at the headlines like Patty and I do. He's actually going to read the whole thing because that means he can provide the very best analysis to you. He has always thought about putting the audience first, and I get all the viewer email. There are folks that know he's one of the smartest people at the table. There are folks that want to disagree with him every week, and I love all of that because he's here for all of it. And I'm just been grateful for my time with you here, David. Patty is with me next week, so she gets her Say Something next week. I have one more Say Something Nice for a very special group of people who you don't get a chance to see all the time, but I've had a chance to work with for so long. It's the crew of this show. We get to look good and just sit down and say funny things and great analysis, but it is our crew that works so hard that makes it happen. People like Raven, who's in back, making sure that I can actually read a script in the prompter. Jeff, Kevin, Mark, Paulina, Will, Julius, and Chad, all great people who have make this show happen. I'm so grateful to work with them, especially Julius, who's actually bested me at movie trivia twice. Now, don't get cocky, Julius. It's only been twice, but he's actually bested me there, but I thought I'd publicly admit that. And of course, two other people. One, the producer of this fine show, Elle Neff, who I'm so excited for this show to be in her hands moving forward. She's the perfect person to take it on. And the captain of the crew, the person, our own, he is calm in any crisis. Steven Zinn, our director. The reason it looks so good around here, our lighting, our shots, everything is because of him. He is so good under pressure. He makes Cool Hand Luke look like Don Knotts. And there's some of my crew here like, who the heck is Don Knotts? But trust me on this one, he is the guy you want with you in the foxhole. He is the person who keeps everything running smoothly. This crew is an amazing group of people, and I've had the distinct honor of working with them, and now dragging a little bit overtime, but then they handle that problem too. So to all those folks, I'm grateful. One more show to go. I will be with you next week, and we'll have more fun with some more special guests. But that is all the time we have for this episode of Colorado Inside Out. For everybody here at PBS 12, I'm Dominic Dezzutti. Thank you so much for watching.